timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
He's in! Patriots win the Super Bowl! Brady has his fifth! 13! 13! Can you believe it?
Hey guys, welcome back to the Locker Room Podcast. I'm your host, Oliver. I think Sharpie was actually going to do it this week, but he's got an image.
I was about to talk and you just started
He's
talking.
too late.
And
He's too late.
we're joined by our mystery man, Sharpie.
Yeah, well, I'm obviously here.
Do you want to give us an explanation behind your kit?
Oh, no, Capybara. Pardon?
Do you want to give us an explanation behind your kit?
Oh, it's UCD. It's a football team in Ireland. I hold it very closely to my heart, Sam and I. So,
Well, because you're both ginger and pale.
Fair enough.
nah, it's just what started our football manager journey.
Ah, right.
None of that
And
this
we're
week.
joined by the big fella, Lachie.
Let's go. I can't wait for this episode tonight.
Well, this is why Sam hasn't joined us, because he's been a little
Yeah.
bit of a bitch.
Sore
Is that a
loser.
Breaking Bad reference?
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk about
Yeah.
Liverpool losing, and rightfully so. But we may as well start off with that game because obviously that's going to be the talking point.
This
Lachie-
whole episode?
no,
Actually, Ollie, I have a question.
okay, yes. What's your question?
Oh, I forgot. Sorry.
What
Okay. I forgot. Sorry.
is it? I don't know if that's a joke or if you.
No, I forgot. Sorry.
Okay, well, we'll move on.
Okay.
Lachie, do you want to start off with how just rubbing it in? You didn't need to put.
I
Trent
think
there.
I've done enough of that this week. I
You,
think I've done enough of that this week.
I can't believe we lost. I think Sam said it last week saying that if we lose a game to use, it's gonna if we lose a game, it was going to be this one.
Mhm. And God, I'm happy it was.
What are you surprised by? Before I go into Liverpool, and we'll let Sharpie have a debrief of it. But would you? I'm presuming you watched the extended highlights and stuff. Not
Yeah. Not the
game.
full game, obviously, because I'm not a true fan, as Sharpie would say. But no, I'm not going to say that. No, it was like checking the stats after the game. I was like, oh my God, how are we even close to getting close to the game, let alone winning it? I think it was like 70% possession. Liverpool's like, all the stats were just like completely your way.
Yeah.
But it helps that the great man here can't defend for his life. And yeah, he's just had a very, very, very down game. Like, we just got you to the perfect time. You got us at the worst time because we obviously got smacked the week before. So if we didn't come out and do something, then yeah, it was gonna be real bad. So
Yeah.
we were still a lot better. Like, we've definitely found our centre back duo. Sell him. Like, just get rid of the big box head. I don't care. Like, they were unreal. Like, they were so good.
Well, he was the biggest player missing for us, Harry Maguire. Biggest player missing for Liverpool.
Literally. But yeah, Sharpie was happy that Salah got a late goal for his fantasy team, which I hope we're touching on later as well.
Yeah, we'll go into it obviously.
Yeah, love that.
Next week will be the week that we
This week's been a
change.
really good week.
Next week will be the week that we change the order of things. But
Mhm.
Sharpie, did you have anything you wanted to comment on this game? Because
I like
I'm just
how
glad Rashford's back too.
Ten Hag went with Varane at the back with Martinez. I also liked how Malacia, I think
yeah, that's
his name was playing over Luke Shaw.
Yeah. He was real good.
Yeah, well, I think Maguire's form, it's attracted more headlines, but Luke Shaw's not being in the side was arguably more overdue.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He's really weird though, because he was playing pretty well, I think, before
He went through
Euros
a
and
patch
stuff.
last season where
Yeah.
he was really good,
and then he
and
just
then
and
yeah,
then
just went to shit.
It was ballsy by Ten Hag to make even benching Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
that.
Oh no, but he he's come in and clean slate and just gone like, you got to earn your spot. If you're not playing well and the team's not performing, then bad luck, mate. Which I love. Like, that's what the club need, because there's been too many players with a free ride.
Yeah. And Ericsson, bloody, he couple of his free kicks,
good.
one of them looked like it was going top bins, and I don't know how Ellison got there, to be honest. I'm surprised McTominay started and played the whole game. But
that's probably going to be
he actually made a pretty good pass that nearly set up our first goal.
He didn't play terrible from what I saw, but he
definitely played better than the week before. His passing percentage was like 18%.
It helps when you got better defenders.
Yeah, 100%. But at the same time too, I feel like I don't feel like Liverpool probably applied as much pressure as what was it, Brentford last week?
Yeah.
I think Liverpool just went into it thinking it was just going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to coast through. Like, they got smacked the week before. Just like, it's just going to happen. Liverpool has just happened. That's what it looked like to me. Like, they just like that first goal that we scored. I was talking to you last night about it. Like, who got it out in the wing?
McTominay played the ball out.
Wasn't Sancho
to the wing, and then
forget who it was that played the ball in, and literally just it was. It might have, I can't remember who
McTominay got the ball
in.
Ran it back out.
Pretty much ran straight around.
I think it might have been Delort.
Trent. Yeah, ran straight around him. Just watched him go past, and then watched the ball get past to Sancho.
Yeah.
And he stood there, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, shit, I got to actually go out and defend this. And he was the last one there after Milner dived in to try and at least do something.
Yeah. What were you saying before, Sharpie?
Well, that's probably going to be it for McTominay. You'd expect now, because
surely there's been a few trade rumors. I think
there was 4 teams that were interested in him: West Ham, Everton. Can't remember the
He
others.
seems like an Everton signing, to be honest.
He seems like a Nottingham Forest signing.
I'm waiting for Everton to bloody address a gate back. There was so many.
Or so we'll get onto that anyway.
Yeah.
Bloody, what I found is like that first goal. Oh, he didn't play. You don't need to demean him.
Yeah, he's still sliding, isn't he?
He's still sliding. Why can't Sam be here taking some of the blame? Anyway.
No, why do you think he's not here, coward?
True. No, it was annoying because Milner, he got sat down and made him look silly. But fuck, he was right going off of Van Dijk because he was just sitting there front row. And that's something Van Dijk, like, he's always been good and stuff, but at times he doesn't look like he shows enough aggression to like even that Champions League goal that Madrid scored, obviously their only goal. Like, Trent can be blamed at the back post, but Van Dijk just kind of threw up a leg and lazily tried to block it. But if he tried to actually make a half decent attempt, that's the only thing that's like his downside, really. But having Gomez in over Matip, who I'm pretty sure is still injured, is annoying. But
is that the goat in the background of that photo of yours too, Charlie?
He's edited. He edited it so we could see friggin' Stoke players in the background.
We love Marco Arnautovic.
Marcus Rashford.
What would you have done if he had went to United?
I would have been happy. It was like I think him leaving Stoke, I think that's kind of bad blood sort of gone now. It was obviously upsetting when he left, but he's a quality player.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be that it's not that extravagant of a signing when you think about it. But when he was with us, he was our best player.
No,
so that's even really with Shaqiri. That's even with Shaqiri on our team. Like, he was for $4 million that we got him from Werder Bremen. Like, he was so good just to have. But their dumbass manager, Mark Hughes, played him on the wing instead of playing him at striker.
Yeah, true. What were you saying about Rashford? Sorry,
back to Liverpool and Man United. Rashford always plays good against Liverpool. Like, his last goal before this game was against Liverpool.
Yeah.
And he just, it's because that's like, obviously wingers are going to be fast. But the way that him and, I guess Vinicius did in the Champions League final, it's just his downfall, really. Like,
that's the thing. Like, it's literally a weak link in their team. But he creates so much. But it's the same as last week with Brentford. against United, they attack Martinez. It's the same like Liverpool. They play good wingers will just go straight at him.
And Henderson in the past has been able to cover for him, but he's getting on a bit. And that's the thing. Like, we're like 3 or 4 years ago, our team, the best part of the team was to close down the midfield, win the ball back quickly, and quickly offload it to the front three. But you look at the midfield, like Milner started over Fabinho. Milner, Henderson, and Harvey Elliott aren't closing down like they like pressing like Liverpool used to. And God, that's as much as I love Bobby Firmino, that's probably it's not going to be his last game, but he's on the way out. And Liverpool need to at least make one signing, and I'm hoping this kind of encourages them to make one signing. But I'm not losing faith. I did say United would make. No, sorry, I said United would be 5th, didn't I? So that's not a terrible call, but I did say Liverpool would win the league. So, and United are above us.
Terrible.
United are above us.
Terrible.
We'll move on to another game now. Newcastle versus Man City. Now, Sharpie, do you want to start off on this one?
You can. Sorry, I need to find what
That's
else.
all right.
Sorry.
So Newcastle and City obviously drew 3-3. City were lucky to actually get a result as well, because obviously they went 1-0 up, but they got dominated for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes before halftime. And Newcastle ended up going up 3-1, but it could easily have been 4 or 5. It's just obviously Newcastle don't have clinical finishes. But
clinical.
But Man City, obviously, that was an unreal free kick. Man City obviously come back and won. Drew. I always say 3-3, but that's probably a point gained for them rather than a point or 2 points lost. Anyone else got any comments on that game?
No, I didn't really watch it apart from seeing the fantasy stats after the game. So I seen Trippier's free kick, which was unreal. I think maybe one of Haaland's goals as well, but I haven't really
his goal was real scrappy.
Looked at it. Yeah.
I honestly think Newcastle are going to be a shout for top 6.
I think they are too.
They're Eddie Howe is probably one of the better managers now. They're going to be scary, especially with all the money they're coming into. Another game. Sharpie, did you have any comments on that one before I move on?
Not really. I think both of you kind of touched on it well. So,
I'm going to touch on this just quickly. Aston Villa lost 3-1, and apparently Gerrard's he's on the edge already, which seems a bit early after how well they went.
I just can't work out why boards of football, soccer, all these clubs don't give coaches and managers a chance.
It's ridiculous. Like Gerrard had
a
relatively good year last year.
Yeah,
he did have a good year.
I don't understand how they can't at least give them a chance to properly influence the team, and it just.
I mean, Aston Villa have spent quite a bit of money. They just lost their best defender, Juan Carlos. Carlos.
Carlos.
I think he's out for 7 months or something, so probably the season. So I think they played Konza and Mings.
Yeah.
But I mean, Matty Cash is not as good as people think.
Yeah.
Ollie Watkins is they had the front three of Bundia, Watkins, and Bailey. They should be scoring more goals with that type of front three.
And Coutinho in the midfield.
Coutinho hasn't fired a shot.
He came off.
I watched them against. Who did they play? Who did they play in one of the first games?
Everton. They beat Everton. That's the thing. They beat Everton.
Yeah, I think I was watching that game maybe.
And their other game is 2-0 loss to Bournemouth.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch that game. Fuck watching that game.
So they're higher than Liverpool on the ladder. But
who isn't though?
Anyway, another Everton 1-1 at Nottingham, but it's not about that. It's about Gordon's price. Did any of you see the message?
70 million.
Yeah, 70 million.
It's gone up to 70 million, and also Chelsea are offering. They had an offer for Fafana for 81 million, declined by Leicester. They are playing Football Manager, aren't they, Sharpie?
I think it's because of the stage they're in the transfer window. That's what they're doing. I think they probably think it's too late to get in a replacement for him. That's why they're saying if you want this player, you got to have to cough up a lot of money for him.
In talking about Chelsea and all these rumours, they did lose 3-0 to Leeds. They got absolutely embarrassed. I wasn't actually that surprised with how
Leeds always start off really well in the season too.
How Leeds can play, and then again with Chelsea being sketchy, to be honest. Is anyone worried about Chelsea if they don't get transfers in? Sharpie's got to go, so it's just.
I'm watching their mini match. I'm watching their mini match replay now, and they're not overly bloody impressive. Like they brought in Koulibaly, didn't they?
Yeah, and he got a red card.
And he's not looking overly.
He had that goal
confident
against Tottenham, but like he's meant to be a world-class centre back, and he's played all right.
Yeah.
For a team that plays 5 at the back to concede 3 goals to a Leeds.
Yeah, pretty bad, isn't it?
It's bad, and like they had similar stats for other than possession, but like their shots were similar and everything. I think it's just a bit shite.
Well, I'm not complaining because Leeds, I've had Rodrigo in my team, and he's been scoring.
And
awesome
last week when you were in here, Sharpie said that might drop off, or Sam said, might have been Sam actually, said that he's going to drop off, and then sure enough, he goes and scores again.
He's gone 7, 15, 13.
That's bullshit.
But
Anyway,
I'll definitely be keeping an eye on that for down the track though.
But so it's just me and you now, Lachie, and we've got to look at Gerrard and this annoying crap because Sharpie's done it. I wish you'd done this earlier so I didn't have to edit on a photo when I'm doing the video. But anyway, so we'll just have a look quickly. And Arsenal are top of the ladder.
Honestly, I like that. Honestly, not shocked.
I don't mind. I like this.
I wasn't expecting it. I knew they'd be up there, but I wasn't probably expecting it this early with who City had played. But they're playing awesome.
Yeah, I think Arsenal should make top 4, and I think it won't be a travesty if they don't, because there's still a long way to go. But the way that they're playing, if there's no injuries or anything, I don't see why not.
100%.
So the first game this weekend is United.
Are they Champions League this year?
No, they're not. They're Europa
League.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they've still got the Thursday, the midweek game. Yeah. But United versus Southampton at 9:30.
Southampton, yeah.
Now,
I'm a bit nervous.
I was a bit sad because I woke up in the morning and tried to watch Liverpool United, obviously seeing that we were losing already, but I tried to open the Optus stream and you ran out, so I
has it already run out, has it?
Yeah, so I was thinking, but I'm like,
tears.
I'll make a decision at a later date. So you're gonna have to figure out what you're gonna do for that one, Lachie. A 9:30 game. I'm sure you're gonna want to watch it. Find a stream somewhere.
Is it on a weekend?
Yeah, it's on Saturday night.
Oh well, you might just have to come down to Melbourne and we'll go to Crown and watch it or something.
No, we got Nick's footy finals next day.
Oh wow!
You're coming back down here, I hear.
Am I just?
Yep, I'm saying so.
Interesting. Okay, I'll tell work that I can't.
You don't work on Sundays.
Work because I was playing on Sunday.
Yeah, that's right.
If I was going back on Sunday, I'd be watching Ryan. So no.
Does he play Sunday as well?
Yeah, he's had 2 Sunday games the last 2 weeks. The poor bloke.
No. That's
stiff.
Old. Anyway,
stiff.
Southampton versus United. Easy win coming off the back of this.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. It's a good confidence booster, but shit, I'm still not confident.
I think you should.
Let's just say that
you should win. Like I still understand Bruno Fernandes, but Southampton have had
mate, he's yeah, I don't know. Frustrating.
Southampton had like a bit of a 50-50 start. They were up 2-0 or something, and then they choked it and drew 2-2 in one of their earlier games, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
They beat Leicester, but Leicester's kind of shocking.
Mm.
Yeah, they drew 2-2 with Leeds and lost 4-1 to Spurs. So they've had a pretty shaky start.
Mm.
What's your score
'cause
prediction?
Oh boy. Well, the last two games, it's oh my god. Last two games been a 1-1 draw, and then the game before that, United won 9-0. Wowzers. That's crook. Where's this played at? This is played at St. Mary's Stadium in Southampton. We'll win this because we always play better away.
Yeah.
I feel like there's actually less pressure on us away than there is playing at Old Trafford because the fans and everyone just expect so much. So I reckon we'll win this. I reckon we'll win 3-1.
Team predictions. 1, will Ronaldo start, and 2, will Harry Maguire start?
Neither, I don't reckon.
I reckon Ronaldo.
How are you gonna? How do you change the team?
I think
after winning against
Ronaldo,
Liverpool,
as bad as this might seem, I don't think Ronaldo is a good player to start against Liverpool. I think obviously Rashford up top with pace was a lot better because you just get in behind. Whereas
he actually presses back a little bit too.
Whereas Southampton are probably just going to drop back and let you attack all over them. So
I'm glad you worded it that way.
Yeah. Could have gone many ways with it, but I think Ronaldo will start. But I wouldn't be surprised with Maguire, to be honest. I don't think he's your club captain. He can't get benched for too long. He's going to be given a game that they're expected to win.
Why make him captain?
Yeah,
why make him captain?
Why is
in
De
the
Gea
first
not
place?
captain? Like, I know he's made.
I don't get it.
It's stupid.
Oh, but who else are you going to bring? Who else are you going to like? We've got Tom Heaton as a backup, for God's sake.
I like Heaton.
Did Henderson get transferred?
He's at Nottingham. He put in like a best on. Who?
Yeah, 100%. But I thought, did he just get loaned out?
No, I think he got sold. I'm pretty sure. And that's why I found it funny because, like, I would as good as De Gea has been for years. When you had the chance,
he's not going to be around forever.
When you had the chance to ship him off to Real Madrid, I would have done that.
We could have kept Henderson.
Yeah.
But 100%.
That's
that frustrates me. I
Anyway,
thought he was just loaned out.
Nah.
Okay. So who do you think could come in?
I don't.
Ronaldo for Elanga.
Yeah, probably. It'll be interesting to see because you got Rashford will start.
Yeah, he'll have to after last week.
Yeah, it'd be a Elanga, I would think. But who knows? Chelsea, Leicester, a battle of two struggling teams. Just a score prediction on that one.
I think Chelsea win that 2-0.
I'm going to go with 2-2 because there's no Koulibaly.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's fair.
Liverpool should smash Bournemouth, but God knows what's going to happen these days with Liverpool.
No, you should after a game like that. I reckon Klopp will get them firing up.
Man City are going to beat Crystal, no doubt. Arsenal should beat Fulham to retain top spot. There is really not many good games on.
Can we just talk about Aston Villa and West Ham? West Ham have started off absolutely dreadful.
Yeah, they have.
I had them in the top 6.
Oh, didn't you?
Their goal differential is -5.
They
haven't even drawn a game. They haven't got a point.
Yeah, they're not having a great
I watched them against who did they play?
They played Man City opening.
Wasn't City. It was against Nottingham Forest. When Forest beat them.
And that's when Dean Henderson got the player of the game.
That's when Dean Henderson played the greatest game of his life, not in Man United colours, dog. And they look absolutely dreadful. Yeah. Like Declan Rice was pointing fingers and going off at everyone. I'm like, oh, shit.
Just wants to get...
Antonio hasn't fired a shot.
Oh, he's so inconsistent.
Like this time last year, he was the best fantasy player by a mile.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's...
Now he's not even... But he played it like they were his old team, so it was obviously going to be a hard one for him. But they were pretty rough against him, which was grouse.
Newcastle are going to win as well against Wolves. I reckon that'll be a good game, but that's Sunday.
Yeah.
One thing I do find interesting as we go on to fantasy, there's a game on Monday morning, and then next match week starts on the Wednesday. So it's a bit of a you've got to get in to
Interesting
change your
week.
team.
Mm.
And then it goes. So this is where it gets confusing. So there's games Monday, which ends this match week, and then there's games Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Wow.
So you got to. I'm presuming that after Leicester and Man United on the Friday, that it goes to match week.
Mm.
We're going to have a fun time doing videos next week. It's going to be right in the middle of that shit show.
Yeah.
But I will share my screen to bring up fantasy because Lachie is just having a grouse week this week. So
let's go.
You're taking a commanding lead to say the least. Like,
yeah, it can change pretty quickly.
Well, after everyone's gone off about your team, or gave you shit about your team.
I'm glad you said that. Thank you.
Odegaard, I took out last week. Don't want to cry.
That's stiff.
Do not want to.
That's stiff.
I couldn't believe it when I saw him.
I've just taken Cancelo out of. Oh, do I take him out there playing against Bournemouth?
There we go. Get rid of that.
But then I bought Trippier in against Brighton Hove Albion.
So have you already made the changes?
I just did.
Yeah, you can't undo. You can't undo changes in Prem Fantasy. No. And even look at this. Rashford had.
Sure, because it's game week 2 lockout. Surely you can.
No, you can't undo like the actual transfer. You can change your team around.
No, not transfer. I'll change my team around.
Oh no, that's fine. But if you.
Okay.
But even Rashford on the bench with 10 points, and Trippier with 6 points. Like if you had.
No, I think they came. I thought they came. I swear my thing's been tripping out.
Well, quick maths here.
Okay, so I'll go 5 at the back, 4 in the middle, and then
43, 45, 48, 55. No, that's all right. That's not including Trippier or Rashford. So you've got a stacked team, to be fair.
It's not bad. I'm pretty happy with it.
So looking at it now, at least it's stacked.
Madison's had a quietly decent start too. He's gone 5, 7, and 7. He's gone all right.
Now it's messing up. Sharpie had a terrible week. I'll click into that. I say he had a terrible week. He only got a bit less than me, but that's pretty appalling. That back line. I got Walker in as well.
Kyle Walker-Peters.
And I had Andreas on. We'll get to my team actually. How do I get back to the league? I don't even know. Let's just do that and see what happens.
Leagues and cups, and then click on the locker room. What do you want? Sharpie's team.
We just looked at Sharpie. So this is my team. Leon Bailey did all right. He got 8 on the bench, but I'm probably going to take Robertson out, even though we versed Bournemouth actually. I need to think about that, but my team is looking horrendous. Something needs to be changed. Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Boy, yeah, you've got 2 bloody Villa. Is that Villa or West Ham? Villa.
That's Villa, and then there's only one Villa, but no, it is looking bad. But in saying that, Sam is on the same score as me after having a good week, which he had Perisic, that's why. And he had Rashford. Wowee. Well, I don't know why he still got Son. That's interesting. But that's our review for that at least. Before we finish up, we'll do a footy finals preview next week. But do you feel bad for Carlton? I wanted Carlton to lose, but when it got down to the situation when they were down by 1 point, it felt pretty bad for them.
Yeah, obviously I've got a little bit of a soft spot for him because I studied there. But I just don't get how they lost that game.
Right. What was that bloke that kicked it into the pocket with like a minute 30 left? Kicked it straight to Jeremy Howe. He wasn't kicking it to anyone.
It's just like, what the hell?
You're down by a point.
And when you've got you've got 2 big pillars that you can. Well, that's the thing. They have they've got. I said this. I forget who I was talking to. I think I was talking to Ryan the other day. I still think that Carlton they're more set up for a longer period of time.
Yeah.
And I don't think Collingwood, I reckon Collingwood, Ryan made a good point that he reckons, and I reckon as well, that Collingwood are, they've won these games. They've won 12 games under a goal now. And it's just if they perform well this final series and scrape through and win games under a goal again, but then next year, if they don't perform and they lose all these games, they finish bottom half.
They could easily.
And we're going to be exactly, because they've won 12 games but under a goal for God's
sake. I don't know how well they're going to go in finals, but I honestly think that next year they won't win. Because it's like Richmond back in the day before they made finals, they would lose 5 or 6 games a year under 5 or 10 points. And it's if you win those games, and they've won those games, but in Collingwood situations, what if they do lose them, which they easily could next year. But
literally.
I just
because Essendon did it last year. I think they got pretty close and thought, shit, they're actually going all right. Then this year they just bomb out.
Yeah, and it's that I don't like you said, they got 2 huge forwards. Why at that stage of the game? Why not just get them both deep in the square, goal square, and just boot it on top of their heads? And if someone punches it through for a behind, you've got to draw.
So
no one could stop them all game. So
Sharpie's back. Oh god,
literally couldn't stop them all game.
It's
Charlie especially.
Yeah, it's sad to see, but then again, it's funny for.
I reckon Carlton could have. I honestly think Carlton could have done more damage purely because of their list and who they've got. They've got
them Bulldogs.
Wiedering's a gun down back. They got the 2 big forwards. They've got a pretty good midfield when Sam Walsh comes back in there.
Do you reckon they would have done more damage than the Doggies?
Than Collingwood.
Oh well, Collingwood would guaranteed, but in general, who do you think would have done more damage? Because I feel like
Carlton, 100%. Doggies will be. Yeah,
I was about to say.
I reckon Melbourne, Richmond, and Geelong are the only 3 teams that can win it. I reckon
Richmond, and they're not even in the.
Mate, I went to the Richmond game on the weekend, and they were
now.
Good.
I might be saying this because I'm a Richmond fan, and they were
damn good.
Tom Lynch right now is the best forward in the league, and Jeremy Cameron's the best player.
I could not believe how well he moves for a big boy. There's a couple of times where he laid a tackle, got up and started running back, resetting, ready for them. I'm like, this bloke can move.
I don't know how many games he missed this year, but he only lost to Collingwood by 4 goals or whatever. And
he missed quite a few.
He would have shattered in.
Yeah.
He's the best forward in the league. And like I said, Jeremy Cameron's the best player in the league, I think.
And that's the thing. I think, come grand final, if it's Geelong and Richmond, you're asking a lot of DeConing in his first year. And so it's going to be interesting.
I'd tell you what, if Richmond do versus Geelong at some stage, Bolter versus Jeremy Cameron, I'm presuming you'll put Bolter on him. That would be an unreal matchup. But
100%.
We're running out of time here. We didn't do Slugs Horsey tips because I think I mentioned that. Maybe I didn't, but
Slug on Twitter.
Yeah, he only just knocked off work, so we'll do that later. Thanks for returning, Sharpie.
That's all right. I knew the podcast would pick back up.
We can carry without
more quality. Did want to listen to Lachie also brag about his Mickey Mouse fantasy.
It's been a good week.
All I want to say, Sharpie, is why couldn't you be doing this with the image all the time? I've been editing videos for so long, putting
you got to do something. I mean, I'm carrying it with my knowledge, so you got to do something.
All right, thanks, Lachie, for joining.
No worries.
I'll see you on.
Go the Devils.
Yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.
No
Big Blackbird Stoke.
Later.
I forgot.